Cyclists hate punctures. They stop you, they delay you, they get your hands dirty fixing them. And in this video, I would like to talk about simple things you can do to reduce them. To keep your hands clean, by the way, I always recommend carrying a pair of DIY or vinyl gloves. They're small and light enough to fit into the tiniest of saddlebags, and you will thank yourself for having them. If you get a puncture on the rear wheel of a Brompton, things get even more frustrating. As I have shown in previous videos, removing the wheel and the tire is harder and more time-consuming than on regular bikes. And yes, in case you're wondering, punctures usually happen on rear wheels. There will be times when you can patch the inner tube without the need to remove the wheel, but you still need some patience and a lot of skill to apply the glue, the patches, and you will have to wait before getting back on the bike. So how does one prevent punctures from happening in the first place? One possible way is to choose airless tires, like Tannus, for example. These are solid tires without an inner tube that promise to fix the problem for good. Unfortunately, having tried them, I can definitely say that they didn't work at all for me. They had quite a lot of drag, and I remember feeling somehow unstable, especially when I was cornering with the bike, which I didn't really like. So I was soon back to my tried and trusted Schwalbe marathon. In the past, I would average at least a couple of punctures per tour, so say one every 500 kilometers or so. In my latest tours, I have been riding a total of 4,500 kilometers, 1,000 of which on gravel, without a single puncture. This big difference was possible thanks to following 3 simple habits. They're probably things you're already aware of, but to dramatically reduce the puncture you have, you must follow them all. So let's have a look at these 3 simple points. The first point is tire wear. I have recently done a video on what I consider currently the best quality tires for touring, Schwalbe marathon, whether the Plus version or the standard one. Even the best tire, though, become vulnerable due to wear and tear. If the tread gets thin, or say you notice lots of small cuts and dents in the rubber, it is a good idea to replace them. If you're touring, a good way to save a little money is to keep a worn tire as a spare, to be used only in case of an emergency. The second key aspect is air pressure. This, I think, is what actually made the biggest difference for me. Investing money into a good quality portable pump was really worth every penny. Before, I used to rely on the Brompton standard pump. After all, it comes with a bike already, and it is neatly fitted on the frame. At the beginning of a tour, I would normally find a bike shop to get the wheel up to a good pressure, but of course, that could only last for a couple of days. Topping up air pressure with a Brompton pump is a bit of a waste of time. It is a pump designed for nothing more than getting you home after fixing a puncture, but it is really not able to bring the pressure up above the 80 to 85 psi, which I think is ideal for the marathon. Bringing along a good quality pump has been a game changer for me. I use a Lesin pump, but whatever the pump, make sure it can fill your tires properly without too much sweat. Every couple of days, get into the routine of topping up the tires a little, maintaining them always at the recommended pressure. The final point is to get into the habit of doing regular tire checks. Before or at the end of a ride, get into the habit of inspecting the tires, removing anything that is stuck to the tread. Sharp objects, glasses or stones don't always give you a flat tire there and then, but what often happens is that they slowly work their way into the tread as you ride. Even when they're not sharp enough to cause a puncture, they will still cut and damage the tire surface, which then of course is more likely to pick up more debris, and eventually they will let you down. It is a simple routine, but a very effective way to limit times you get visited by the puncture fairy. Thanks for watching, and wishing you all many puncture-free rides.